In the book of Matthew and in the Gospel of Mark, Jesus talks about a couple different places. Talks about whoever wants to be greatest among you should be the servant. And about a week and a half ago, I went to the birthday party for George Klopp, the World War II veteran. And our World War II veterans are an amazing generation. They really are. And I took my son Asher, and I got a picture, and I'm thinking on the way as I'm driving there, and I thought, wow, this is amazing. You know, my son is, like 18 months old. He thinks I'm his hero, and I just, he wants to drive on around on a mower, but, and he seems, when I come home, wants me to hold him. But I'm nothing compared to who that guy is. That World War II vet and all of those guys. He doesn't know yet, but 10, 15, 20 years from now, he's going to look back and see a picture of him sitting with me next to that American treasure. And he'll know at some point in his life how amazing that man is. And so we get there, and we're waiting in line to go through and meet George and say happy birthday. And man, it was a chilling experience, realizing the generations that are sitting there. My grandpa was in World War II, but he was in the Atlantic at the end in 45. So he wasn't, he never saw combat or anything else. He was a younger Navy guy when he was in that area. That's 4 generations later, my son Asher is. And as we're waiting to go through, nobody was talking about this, but I want to take a moment to talk about this because I don't think it's talked about enough. Mr. P.G. Gentrup was hustling around, going between the lines, bringing a birthday cake out, doing all the grassroots work behind the scenes to make that an event that was honorable. Jesus also talked about that, give honor to whom honor is due. And I got to thinking about PG, and I met him when I ran for Senate back in 2023. And that man, there's a lot of people in politics that, they want to look like the big shot, the leader, they're in the lights, maybe they're on stage, they give a good speech. But what I think we should prize as a community, how we should measure greatness, is how people serve. And PG is a perfect example of somebody with a servant's heart, someone who no ulterior motives, just to honor people and to serve people and to serve our veterans and to serve all of us by creating an opportunity for us to be able to go and meet and say hi to and take pictures with these American heroes. And so I was thinking as I was driving away, I thought, with all the whole, the political climate of what today is, the real leaders in our country are people like PG. The real leaders in our country are individuals who are out there just working, serving people in our communities. And I heard a business talk years ago talking about no heroes, no game. And they were talking about the importance of all of us having heroes that we look up to and choosing people with great character traits. And I think PG Gentrup is one of those heroes. I think he's a Dearborn County, Southeast Indiana, Ohio County hero because he serves. And he serves with a pure heart, and he serves with excellence. And if people on a federal level were more like PG Gentrup, I think our country would be in a much, much better place. So if you see PG Gentrup out and around, give him a handshake, give him a kind word, or drop a comment of your story of how amazing person or somebody else who's like PG, because that's what we need more of in this great country.